So let's jump right in. I think the first thing on our list is Christina Haack.
Oh, yeah.
Now, she was recently divorced, right? Her third divorce.
Yeah, this is her third divorce.
From Josh Hall.
Right.
But it seems like there's already talk of a fourth marriage.
Oh, wow.
With Christopher LaRocca.
So she's moving on.
I guess.
She's not wasting any time.
Yeah. And it wasn't that long ago on her show, The Flip Off, she was very definitive about, no more marriages. I think those were her exact words.
Famous last words, maybe?
Right. So it's interesting to see such a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think is prompting this change of heart? Is it just like the honeymoon phase of a new relationship, or is it like a deeper thing about how she views commitment?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something, right?
Yeah.
Because to go from that definite of a stance to like, oh yeah, maybe another marriage.
Maybe marriage number 4 is the charm?
Maybe. So you never know.
We'll see.
But it's not just the potential new husband that has people talking. Jeff Lewis even made a joke about her constantly changing names. Christina El Musa, Christina Hall.
Right?
Christina Haack.
He's like, how many names can one person have?
Right. And, Christina actually seemed kind of amused by the whole thing and even entertained the idea of another name change.
So maybe she's embracing the fluidity.
Yeah. Maybe she's just like rolling with it at this point.
Like a part of her persona now.
Right. And, it is interesting to think about how these reality stars kind of like shape their identities in the public eye.
And how that changes over time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not all about the future. There's also some news about her past and some weird encounters with her ex-husband, Josh Hall.
Oh, what happened?
So Josh Hall lives in Tennessee now, right?
Yeah.
But Christina has run into him multiple times while she's out walking in her own neighborhood.
Wait, so he's flying to California just to walk in her neighborhood?
That's what she was wondering. Like, is he just randomly showing up here, or is this like some sort of intimidation tactic?
That's so strange.
Right. It definitely adds a layer of mystery to their whole post-divorce situation.
For sure.
And for those who might not be like totally up to speed on Christina's relationship history, let's just do a quick recap. She was married to Tarek El Musa from 2009 to 2016. They have 2 kids together.
Okay.
Then she was married to Anstead from 2018 to 2020. They have 1 kid. And then, of course, the most recent one was to Josh Hall for 2 years.
So a fourth marriage would definitely be a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would definitely be a big deal.
Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about Erika Jayne.
Ooh, yes.
Over in Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
There are rumors swirling that she might be leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
And I feel like there have been rumors about her leaving for like the past 2 seasons or something.
Maybe this time they're true.
Yeah, maybe so.
But an event flyer actually listed her as a former housewife. So that's what's really fueling the speculation.
Yeah, that's pretty telling.
It
Plus, with all of her legal troubles.
That $24 million lawsuit.
Yeah, and that potential $300,000 judgment. It does make you wonder if it's all just too much.
Right. Like, how does a network weigh the entertainment value of having her on the show against the potential negative PR from all the legal stuff?
It's a tricky balance for sure.
It is.
But even if she is leaving, it doesn't seem like she's going quietly based on the sneak peek of the RHOBH reunion.
Oh, what happened?
Well, she basically told Garcelle Beauvais that she wished Garcelle was more interesting and that she would share more juicy scoop.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it seems like she was trying to stir the pot.
She was trying to instigate some drama.
For sure. And Garcelle didn't back down, though. She pointed out that she was very open about her divorce even before joining the show.
Yeah.
So what more could Erika possibly want?
Right.
And Kyle Richards also got involved. She was saying that Garcelle hasn't really acknowledged the tough stuff Kyle has shared about her marriage and her separation.
And Kyle's been on the show for 14 years.
14 years sharing like all of her family stuff, her marital problems.
So she's like, I've put it all out there.
Yeah, and it seems like she's feeling a lack of reciprocity from Garcelle.
It's like that unspoken rule of reality TV, right? If you're going to be vulnerable and share your personal life, then your co-stars should acknowledge that.
Maybe be vulnerable themselves.
Exactly. And when that doesn't happen, it can lead to some resentment.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit and talk about Gia Giudice from Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Okay.
She recently revealed that she found a huge lump on her chest, which is scary.
That is really scary.
Yeah, and of course she went to the doctor right away and they did an ultrasound, and it turns out it's a benign tumor called a leucoma.
Oh, so it's not cancer?
No, not cancer, which is obviously a huge relief, but it is causing her pain.
Yeah.
It needs to be removed. But her dermatologist has recommended that she wait until after she finishes her Accutane treatment.
Oh, okay, so they don't want to mess with her skin while she's on that medication.
Right.
It's good that she caught it early, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's great that she's being so open about it. It might help other people who are going through something similar to feel less alone.
Absolutely. And it also encourages people to get checked out by a doctor.
Totally on a completely different note. Gia also shared that she's putting law school on hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said on her podcast, Casual Chaos, that she was basically driving herself insane with all the studying.
I can imagine.
And even though she had put in a lot of effort and money, she realized that she wasn't 100% committed to becoming a lawyer.
Which is such a brave realization to have,
Totally.
And to be honest about it.
Yeah, a lot of people probably struggle with that, like realizing that a path they've chosen isn't actually right for them.
Yeah, it's hard to admit that.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if you've already invested so much.
Yeah, but, good for her for recognizing it and making a change.
Totally.
She mentioned that she has other job offers and some social media deals that she's pursuing, so it'll be interesting to see what she does next.
Okay, so now let's head down to Miami. Larsa Pippen seems to be enjoying her single life after her split from Marcus Jordan.
Right.
She was spotted getting pretty cozy with a professional basketball player named Jeff Coby.
At Marisol Patton's birthday party.
That's right.
And I heard they were holding hands.
They were. And Jeff is 31 years old.
So quite a bit younger than Larsa.
Oh, yeah. Larsa's 50.
So, people are definitely talking about that age difference.
It's like a recurring theme in her relationships.
Right. But hey, good for her if she's happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's shift gears again and talk about some drama in Atlanta.
Atlanta, oh boy.
Yeah, the Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie Brit Eady is in some hot water.
What did she do?
Well, there's a clip from the show where she's having a heated argument with Kenya Moore, and she mentions having a pistol and whips.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and Kenya took that as a threat.
As you would.
Right. And apparently this all happened after some big blow-up, and now Kenya's just a friend of the show.
Is that because of this argument?
That seems to be the implication, yeah.
Wow.
But to make things even more complicated, an old social media post from Brit has surfaced where she denies ever having weapons or threatening anyone.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah, so it seems like she might have been caught in the lie.
And the fans are not happy about it.
No, they are not.
Especially because Kenya is now demoted to a friend of.
Right, and former RHOA star Claudia Jordan even called the whole situation ghetto.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's a lot of backlash, and a lot of people are hoping that Kenya will come back as a full-time housewife next season.
Okay, well, let's go back to Beverly Hills for a minute.
Back to Beverly Hills.
And talk more about that reunion.
Yes, that reunion.
So Garcelle was caught on a hot mic after being questioned by the other women.
And let's just say her words were not very polite.
She said, everybody can go flake themselves.
Yep, those were the words.
Not surprising, though, honestly.
Oh, those reunions can get pretty intense.
They're like pressure cookers.
Yeah, exactly.
Hours of arguing and confrontation.
And bound to make someone snap.
Totally. And speaking of confrontation, Dorit and Bozoma St. John questioned Garcelle about her skepticism regarding Dorit's home robbery.
And it seems like Garcelle is sticking to her guns on that one.
Yeah, she doesn't seem convinced by Dorit's story.
No, she does not. And PK Dorit's estranged husband did not attend the reunion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he sent a statement.
A statement. Okay.
And people are saying it was very powerful.
What did it say?
Well, apparently he said that he was really hurt by Dorit calling him a bad father, and that the Dorit he married would never have acted this way.
Wow.
So it seems like their relationship is really on the rocks.
It does.
And then Dorit defended herself. She said that she's changed a lot in 14 years.
14 years is a long time.
Right. And she even suggested that PK might be insecure about her fame.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and the topic of PK's sobriety came up.
And how did that go?
Well, Dorit was a little vague in her answers.
So, of course, that just fueled more speculation.
Of course.
And Dorit also clarified that her house isn't actually in foreclosure.
But it is in pre-foreclosure.
Which is still not great.
No, not really.
And
then Kyle Richards also got into it with Garcelle.
Again.
Yeah. This time it was about Garcelle's friendship with Sutton Strack.
Okay.
And Kyle even called them mean girls.
So,
yeah. So it seems like that whole dynamic is still very much a work in progress.
yeah, I don't see them getting matching bracelets anytime soon.
Probably not.
But the reunion also touched on Kyle's relationship with Morgan Wade.
Right. And Garcelle questioned why Kyle is suddenly so private about that relationship.
After Morgan was on the show.
Exactly. So it's like, what are you choosing to share? And what are you choosing to keep private?
And do you get to decide that, or does the audience get to decide?
Big questions.
Big questions.
All right, let's move on to Charleston.
Charleston.
Southern Charm.
Ooh.
Rodrigo Reyes recently talked about why so many of the cast members seem to be afraid of Craig Conover.
Afraid. That's a strong word.
It is, right?
Yeah.
But apparently, Austin Kroll said in the reunion trailer that he's terrified of Craig.
Oh, wow.
And that he feels like he'll get backhanded if he steps out of line.
So it seems like Craig has a lot of power in the group.
Yeah, and Rodrigo said that Craig kind of wants things his way, which can come across as domineering. And he also pointed out that Craig is super busy with his business.
So maybe he's not as present for his friends as he used to be.
Right, and that can cause some tension.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Rodrigo did say that he hopes now that Craig is single, he'll have more time to spend with his friends.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, so last but not least, let's talk about Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, boy.
Tom Sandoval recently announced that his podcast, Everybody Loves Tom, is coming back.
He posted about it on Instagram.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he got a really awful comment from someone telling him to kill himself.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
It is, and it just shows you how much hate these people get online.
Yeah, and even though it's been a while since the whole cheating scandal, people are still holding on to that anger.
It's sad, really.
It is.
Sandoval said that those kinds of comments do hurt him.
I mean, how could they not?
Right. It's just pure cruelty. But luckily, his girlfriend, Victoria Lee Robinson, came to his defense.
Good for her.
Yeah, she told her followers to report the user and said that she won't tolerate suicide threats.
That's great that she has his back.
Yeah, it is.
It's important to stand up to that kind of hate.
Totally, totally. Well, that was quite a journey through the world of reality TV.
It was, wasn't it?
I mean, we covered everything from potential fourth marriages to legal drama to health scares to online bullying.
And new relationships.
Oh, yeah, and new relationships.
It never ends.
It really doesn't.
But, you know, it's all out there for everyone to see and comment on and judge.
And it makes you think about how much pressure these people are under, right?
Constantly.
Yeah, their whole lives are just laid bare for the world.
Right.
So I guess it's something to keep in mind as we consume all of this entertainment.
To be mindful of the real people behind the headlines.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.
See you later.
Bye.